Hi guys, today I come with a new video about getting diagnosed with autism at 22. The 7th of July of 2026, I was diagnosed with level 1 autism, what before was called Asperger syndrome. Also, some people call it like high functioning autism, low autism. I have heard so many different names. The actual diagnosis nowadays is just simply level 1 autism. I quite literally have like the diagnosis paper here. Um, it has been like a huge battle to get here. I started to go to so many different psychologists and psychiatrists at around 16, I would say, and now I'm 22. It took 6 years to get diagnosed with autism. Before that, I was misdiagnosed as depression, severe depression, anxiety, even bipolar disorder. I was misdiagnosed with so many different things, and I just simply don't find it fair. Like, I don't know, like, I feel that the answer was in front of me all of this time, and I would have gotten much better help if people realized that what happened to me was autism. Simply as that. I feel that it isn't fair that I was waiting for 6 years to get here. And getting that diagnosis is actually so difficult. Like, I had to wait for a public psychiatrist. Then this public psychiatrist told me that in public medicine, at least here in Madrid, it's almost impossible to get a level 1 diagnosis. Most psychologists and psychiatrists and neurologists in public healthcare, they don't have the diagnostic criteria to diagnose somebody with level 1 autism. So quite literally, she told me to go to a private psychiatrist for that. I then went to a private psychologist that specialized in autism. I waited for like 4 months in a waiting list, and take into account that this person is a private psychologist. So imagine. And then I had to pay this person 550 euros for this, which is quite a lot of money. Like, it's quite a lot of money. I could have bought a new phone for this money. And then I also had to wait like around a month and a half to get the actual like diagnosis from the moment that this person assessed me until they made all of the paperwork and so if I actually was autistic or not. There was a 1 month and a half window between this and the other thing. So yeah, it was a very long wait. Like, I really feel that I don't know, like, I was so paranoid about all of this because I was waiting and waiting, and I was actually, as each day went by, I was getting even more stressed than the day before because I was so impatient about the whole thing. I wanted to have the diagnosis like right now. It was a huge process, and I don't find it fair. Like, I feel that mm, neurodivergence is a thing that gets looked up upon when it shouldn't be. Like, if you don't get diagnosed at early childhood, as is my case, you will fall through the cracks, and the system is made like that. And I don't find it fair. So many of us, we have these type of things, and like, it should be more looked into. Like, there are people that won't get a diagnosis at early childhood for whatever reason, but that doesn't mean that they don't have a neurodivergence. There should be much more emphasis on seeing if there are other people that also have an undiagnosed neurodivergence. I'm making this video because, like, right now, I have realized so many things about my life. During May and June, before getting the diagnosis, I was in a very bad mental place. Like, I started to think so many things like, oh, this person took advantage of me because maybe I didn't know how to read properly the situation, and that person realized that and took advantage of me. Or I was a very bad friend to this person because my autism made me do this thing without me realizing, or this or that. And I started to really get into a into a very bad mental place because I was like, this isn't fair. Like I don't understand so many things. Now I finally understand it. Like I was just like getting into so much self pity and self loathing and getting so angry with the world. And I don't find it fair. Like finally I understand so many things about myself, about the world. But right now I have a more neutral way of seeing it. Like okay, I'm autistic. That's about it. Like whatever. But the first few weeks it was actually very bad because I don't find it fair. Like why I have this diagnosis? Why I why I get this diagnosis now at 22? Isn't it like too late to get the diagnosis? Like I had so many things wandering in my mind, and I also was grieving, mm, kind of like the life I could have if I wasn't autistic, or what my life could have been if I actually got the diagnosis at early childhood. That's a very abstract thing to grieve, like because I wasn't grieving somebody dead objectively or something that has happened objectively. I was grieving this abstraction that I feel that most people won't even understand. Like it was such a life shattering experience to get this diagnosis, and not because it's something bad. It's because like I got it in at 22, and I feel that it isn't fair to get it this late in life. Now what I'm trying to do is just accept it. Like, okay, I'm autistic. What can I do about it? I want to learn to be a good human being. I want to be a good person for myself, to the people around me. I want to be a productive member of society. Maybe there are going to be some things that will cost me much more, but that doesn't mean that I don't want to learn. I actually want to learn, like, actually, like, truly. And yeah, there are so many things going on in my mind. The same day that I got the diagnosis, one of my great grandparents died. So, out of grandparents and great grandparents, I had my grandmother from my mother's side, so my mother's mother. I have her alive, and then from this grandmother, I have both of their parents alive. So I have a great grandmother, a great grandparent, and the child of the two, a grandmother. I I just have these three people alive out of like all their generations in my family tree. And this great grandparent died specifically the day that I got the diagnosis, the 7th of July. If I'm being honest, it didn't hurt me as badly as I thought because I was actually expecting it. This person was in his deathbed for already some months, and we were already expecting his death, if I'm being honest. But what shocked me also was that a few weeks prior, there was a person. This person was my age. This person was close to me. We weren't as close friends as I would like to. Like I actually wanted to our friendship to be even much more deeper, but we didn't have the time to do that. This person self-eliminate, and I really hate using an euphemism, but I have to follow YouTube rules. I hate using euphemism because I feel that they take out the seriousness of out of the situation, and this goes for like so many different things. Like right now here in Spain, there is this new euphemism, detonar. Instead of saying that somebody is going to do the act, they say that they are going to detonar. They are going to bomb, and I really hate that. That hearing that voice my veins so badly. I hate using euphemism most of the time, especially this one, self-eliminate. But I feel that I have to use it for this video. There is this person that has self-eliminate that they were my age, and it was such a huge shock for me. This person had everything; they had their whole lives in front of each other. Um, I find it so unfair how there can be people out there that can hurt you so badly that they make you self-eliminate. That isn't fair. Like I have such a bad feeling right now. It isn't fair that there are people that can hurt somebody so badly. Literally, for you to self eliminate, there are neuroscience studies about this. There are so many brain mechanisms that have to be broken completely for somebody to manage to self eliminate successfully. So, yeah, like it isn't fair. Like this person this person was so intelligent and they had so many things and they had their lives in front of each other. And I thought that this person was building their lives finally, that this person had a moment in which they weren't really studying and they weren't really doing things, but they finally managed to slowly get on track. And even then, they just did it. And I totally understand where they come from. Like a human brain, our brain can be our biggest asset, but it can be like our biggest detriment, both at the same time. And I actually truly understand where this person coming from is coming from. But I don't find it fair. Still, I don't find it fair. Like for me, it's such a huge shock. And if you take into account all of these things, this is why I put my socials in private and so many other different things. This summer for me is going to be like very introspective. People usually do summers as this like endless vacation and this endless partying, but for me this summer is going to be more introspective. I want to learn so much about my autism, and now right now after getting the diagnosis, I have so many questions. Like, who am I exactly? Who am I behind the autism? What things about me I thought that they were part of me, but they were just actually my autism? I have so many questions. And I also have all of this grieving to do and all of this introspection. I have so many things going on in my mind right now. But I don't know. Like I actually want to continue posting, but I feel that I need to take some time off. And not just regarding social media, like regarding so many different things. Who am I exactly? What how I socialize with the world? What is my place in the world? Like right now I have so many questions. Like I thought that getting a diagnosis will solve many of my questions, but actually it has increased my questions by a huge margin. Like you have no idea. And yeah, like I have so much introspection to do. For me, this summer is going to be that. It's going to be like a huge introspective summer. It kind of has started to be this way these last few weeks, but I still have so much thinking to do. So yeah, like that's it. I still don't find it fair that I got a diagnosis now at 22. Like I have passed through so many injustices for just being autistic and not even knowing it. Like that's even the biggest problem. I didn't know that I had this thing, and still I was othered by society. And this is not a paranoia. I even heard so many people throughout my life saying something like, "Oh, I really like this person. I really like Theo. He's this, he's that, but there is something about him." I heard so many people saying that. It's just that I'm I'm trying to accept that I'm going to always be other, just because for something that I haven't even chosen. I haven't chosen to have this thing, I swear, but I have it. And yeah, that's it.